Boys, thanks for joining us for our second episode of RagsCast. So we'll look back at the second block. Firstly, Tom, an injury that you had in training after recovering from the last one. What's the latest update?
So I ruptured my Achilles on the Arms Park back in October. Had the off, which went really well. Off the crutches and things at Christmas time, so I'm into recovery now and hopefully rehab for a couple of months and fingers crossed I can get myself back. And
I was there watching training. Nobody was around you. You're just on yourself. You just turned and felt like a sack of spuds.
Yeah, freak accident is one of those things, and they're just you can look after yourself as much as you want, and it's just one of those things you can't really stop. So I thought someone kicked me in the back of the leg. To be honest, I turned around and there was no one there. So real strange, worst one I've had, to be honest. But I'm looking positive now. I'm 3 months into coming back, I see it, rather than 3 months kind of post-injury. So hopefully now, a couple of months down the line, I'll be back and flying now.
And in the meantime, joined with the with the coaching team. How's that going for you?
Yeah, I think it's nice to me to still be involved and be on the pitch, because the worst thing, after I had the off, was not being anywhere near the field. So it's nice for Dan to trust me now and hopefully help out with the backs a little bit, so he can kind of take his head coach role a bit more seriously, I guess, and oversee it all while not having to do head coach, backs, attack, everything, I suppose. So it's nice for me to be able to give a helping hand and stay involved.
And important as well to keep in that team environment while you're still out.
Yeah, I suppose I'm one of the senior players in the squad, but I'm still not ready to give it up just yet. So yeah, just nice to be involved as much as possible and stay involved with the players. It's the boys for me that make me really want to play rugby. It's the players around you. So nice to stay involved with that and nice to have the support from them.
Well, hopefully we'll see you back soon.
Fingers crossed.
And Dan, a bit of change with the coaching staff as well, with Josh stepping down and Rory Thornton coming in. How was he fitted into the fold?
Yeah, it's good. Like obviously, Josh done a good job for us at the start of the season. He obviously looked at the fixtures and knew the fixtures were getting tougher, so he slung us up and Rory jumped in at the deep end. But Rory loves line-outs and exactly what we needed. Obviously with Chopper taking the majority of the scrum on board, Rory coming in to do the line-out. Obviously Tom helping out now. Obviously the experience them boys have got. Obviously Tom has played numerous years of professional rugby, so to make the most of his injury, to get him on the pitch helping out is obviously a big asset to us. And Rory coming in to help out as well, having a professional background, these boys have got all the playing experience for them to deliver. Boys that respect them, and that's the most important part, they respected. So, as a coaching group, we're very satisfied with the coaches we got.
And he's keeping the same mentality then throughout.
Tom's been here for a number of years. I've played with Tom, we've worked together over the years. He knows how we want to play, and he shoots that mould, and like I said, his experience, boys ain't going to get that. So the stuff that he can deliver to the younger boys in the squad that we got is obviously excellent. And like I said, the respect is top to bottom with us as a coaching group, and we can only get stronger.
And looking at the second block, obviously finished the first block top of the league, just that one loss. It's been an interesting period over Christmas, but it would be, because playing all the top teams in the league at that point, and obviously the weather, losing 2 games. Now Llandovery away was supposed to be the first game of the second block. Already having 4 weeks off, then the 5th week cancelled. Finishing top, do you see that a big stop in momentum for you there?
Obviously, it's not an excuse. Every game in the league got called off that weekend, so it was an opportunity for us just to get better over that week. Obviously, the frustrating bit was obviously the bus journey. We left at 11 o'clock, got back at 6 o'clock for nothing. So, but that's not an excuse for us. Obviously, we prepared to play well against Llandovery. We still had a week to prepare for the following game. So, the Llandovery game getting called off was a bit of a stop in momentum, but that was for everyone. So, we're not making an excuse for the games that we actually lost. Before the cameras got turned on, we were speaking about, the Habberfield game, the Newport game, which we did lose, where you look at the game at half-time, Habberfield 17 points up. The game we had here against Newport, we were well in that game, and maybe lapses in concentration give them the way back in, and we take that to Newport away. Newport away were 24-3 up. 15 minutes later we're losing 24-23. So
do you think that's maybe a common theme in the second block? Because either going up and then leaving the teams back in, or that last 20 minutes before the second half.
I think it's, for me, I think it's a definite sign of something, like to not come away with bonus points which we feel like we should have had, which we should put away teams in. Even though we've won, we expect more from some games, and those two games were definite lapse in concentration or not delivering the messages that we maybe gave to the team at half time, second half, to come away with the result. So we've given ourselves, like Dan said, enough. We've done enough in the game to win those games, and Habberfield was just overplaying a little bit, and when we didn't really need to, it was, like you said, we were 17 points up. Newport, uncharacteristic errors, missed tackles, which the boys will never probably do again, have cost us the game. So
because down in Newport, we were up about 20 points, and then they came back in the game, and it was tit for tat then.
It happened exactly the same last year. I think it was at 30 something, was it? 30?
I think the year before we played Derby at Spitty Park, it was 32-3 up, and then we ended up winning 35-34 or something. So
yeah,
like the good thing for us is that obviously where we are on the table, the games that we've lost, like I know every team will probably say it, but the games that we've lost is we've seen where it's in our control. Like 17 points up, I think at Habberfield, and what we said we'd do at half time, the first 10 minutes of the second half we didn't deliver. Led to Habberfield scoring 2 tries, and when they get a bit of momentum, they're going to play. They're not going to change the way they play.
But still taking points away from games as well, which is vitally important now.
I think that's what's kept us up there, isn't it?
Especially in the first block, where you're having the 5 points, and the extra point then taken away from it. It's, if you're winning by 15 points plus, it's a big bonus. And thinking at the end of the game, if you are, getting that 15 points that you want to play. So the players, coaches are still a fan of the extra point. It's alright if you're winning, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, obviously we ain't going to disrespect anyone. Obviously we ain't going to go into a game thinking, it's a guaranteed 6 pointer this week.
No, but if you're there, playing in the game.
Oh yeah, like you said, like if the Swansea game on the weekend, if we kick our kicks, or like the last play of the game we scored a try, we want to try and get back, because we could potentially get that 6 pointer. But going into the game, our mindset is we're going out there to execute the game plan. If we execute the game plan well, first of all, that'll get us a win. Secondly, that could get us a bonus point win. If everything's on the button, we'll get the 6 points. But for that to happen every week is...
The win is mostly important.
Yeah,
Dan's been from the start. It's more like performance is what matters. If you deliver a performance and you still lose, you've lost to a better team. Yeah. And if we deliver the performance that we've trained for and we know we can deliver, 9 times out of 10 we probably will win that game. So we're going out there to put our performance out, and usually we get the result from it.
As I say, if you lose and you played well, I suppose you take more out of that than losing and a lot of things missing.
If the boys have done exactly what the coaches have asked them, you can't really ask so much more. Sometimes it's just some things don't go your way and they're a better team on the day. And we have done that for the majority of the season. Yeah. It's just slight lapses, 10, 20 minutes in a game, that maybe we've lost the game and we haven't come away with some points that we should have.
You mentioned about the Pontypool Dome. It was very close at half time. If I remember, I think it was a draw. I think, trying to remember back. And then finishing off well. You've spoken about, playing Habberfield away. The RGC game was postponed, the 2 Newport games. The Swansea game was really tough out here. It was close until the end. We were talking about when you miss a lot of players, how much that kind of affects the circle of it, really. Do you find, that's a big hit in the week leading up to it?
Well, if we're honest, obviously, we've got a real good squad. Our job is obviously to make boys better. Obviously, we want to try and make young players and professional players, and like I always mention, the semi-pro boys we have at Cardiff are they are special because they know what their job is in this squad, and they're all here to obviously one because they love playing for Cardiff. Secondly, to help these young boys, and them boys, if they didn't want to do that, they wouldn't be here. So it's obviously a credit to them for the contribution they give to us and to give to the young boys. Like you speak to Alex Mann, you Cam Winnett, Mackenzie Martins, Evan Lloyds. the help that they would have had from these semi-pro boys at Cardiff puts them into a good stead, and you know, and these boys love doing that. That's why they keep signing here, because obviously they want to play for Cardiff, and secondly they enjoy working with the young boys. And like we said again, the good thing for us is we've had 6 backs who have been called into Wales under 20. So you take 6 backs out of our squad, Tom injured, Dewi injured. There's going to be holes there, you know. So obviously the boys that we have waiting to fill them gaps. Obviously, if we look at someone for like a Luke Pollock, for instance, Luke Pollock last year played every single game. Was very good for us last year. Still a very good player this year. Haven't had the opportunity because of how well Elijah Evans have played. So by Luke Pollock being a good player, Elijah knows that he needs to raise his game. He's been playing very well. Hopefully now, going into the Six Nations, now we could potentially have a 9, 10, 12, 13 wing, or from Cardiff, you know, Sean Davis, Harry Wild, Ocean Darwin Lewis, Steph Emmanuel, Elijah Evans and Tom Bowen. If you take them out of any team, 6 players in one back line, obviously you are going to take a hit. And, you know, we probably haven't even felt that hit yet. That'll probably lead now into the cup games where there's going to be opportunities for other boys, and you know, we're going to have to call up our under-18s boys who, you know, are the future. Maybe it might be a bit early, but you know, the circumstances we're in, them boys being around this group is not going to hurt them. And as a coaching group, we're not going to ask them to rip up trees. We just want them to do what they're good at. And
it's a good chance for them now to step up, because we're looking at the second block going forward. Obviously, we've got a replay of the playing of the 2 postponed games. You know, you got RGC and Llandovery. But you know, it's a massive learning ground if you call those under 18 boys up to play in Super Cup. But obviously, that, as we spoke and as you said, since the start of the season, it's a way to develop them, and it has proven. You know, boys go into the under 20s, and you know, Tom and Steph going to play with Cardiff.
I think our core, like Dan said, our core boys set that example. There's boys here who've been here for a couple of years now who put their body on the line for 80 minutes week in, week out. They go home, they're working throughout the day, they come here, they train hard, they play hard on a Saturday, and they got to do it again the week after. Whereas you get some of the boys who have a little break here and there, like they don't get that. So the younger boys coming in can see the work that those boys put in, and 100% they are like our backbone to our team. So we'd be a lot worse off without them, and I think they are going to bring those boys through.
And going into the cup now, because it's a bit of a round robin situation, 2 pools of 5, and just the winner of those 2 pools going to play in the final. Obviously, I suppose you treat every game the same, prepare the same to go into it. But you know, is it a chance to maybe mix things up to go into this cup?
Just the boss, no?
well, the thing is that we said, obviously, with the 2 rearranged games in this block now, obviously they're probably high on the priority list rather than the cup games. Obviously, you know, we got a chance to get 12 points in 2 games against obviously 2 tough opposition. RDC coming here, and obviously we got to go away to Llandovery. You know, we need to manage these players well now. Obviously the 4 pack don't get changed too much, as in we ain't going to lose anyone. But with the rearranged games, there's some boys who are going to be away in this block, missing certain games. So it's our job to make sure we put the players that we think can do a job on that Saturday in that team. We're never going to not go out to win a game. The players that we'll put on the pitch, we believe 100% that they can go and do a job. And you know, maybe in this block once or twice they're going to be young boys playing out there. But these young boys, maybe it might be a little bit early for them, but they got nothing to lose. You know, is a chance to develop. It's a cup competition where I'm sure other teams have been in the same boat, where they're going to have to develop younger boys playing in now with the obviously 6 Nations going on. The regional teams will be playing, which will affect the boys dropping down. The under 20s are playing, so you know, teams need to find players from elsewhere. And obviously we're fortunate at Cardiff that, you know, we have a good academy, senior academy, junior academy, and like I said, this is just a stepping stone for them younger boys. And if them young boys got to go and play for us on a Saturday, they're going out there with no stress, go out there and enjoy themselves. And you know, they make errors, it's going to happen. Professional players make errors. We know that people don't mean to, but it's our job to pick them up on that.
And you see a lot of age grades rugby. Most of them is the same as the under 20s. Most of them are played at quite a high tempo. They're quite high scoring games, especially if you look back at the World Cup and stuff, you know, previous. You know, they do throw the ball about, which kind of suits, I'd say, Cardiff's way of playing this year.
Well, I just think what we got real well is obviously the reason why we got Rory in and Josh is gone is Josh is in charge of our junior academy, our under 18s. Obviously we speak a lot, me, Josh, the other coaching group in the academy setup, and we obviously need to play the Cardiff way. Obviously what Jockey does at the senior team filters down to how we train our senior academy, how Cardiff RFC play down into our under 18. So, you know, Cardiff under 18s are trying to play the same way as Cardiff RFC are trying to play. We're trying to play the same way as Cardiff Rugby. So boys who are flickering in and out of all them, you know, it should be a seamless thing, because Cardiff Rugby, everybody knows Cardiff want to throw the ball around. Everyone says Cardiff got a soft underbelly, which everyone tries to exploit, but obviously the saying's never going to go away. And, you know, like if you look at our pack and the damage they do, sure people still think that's their way in, but from the top to the bottom, everyone thinks that, you know, Cardiff want to get a ball in the back, so want to play. So the players that we have in our system are suited to play Cardiff right. And like I said, it's just a stepping stone for these young boys to become a professional player.
Well, you know, it's shown with, as we said earlier again, the amount of boys that have, you know, gone up to play for Cardiff Rugby are in the under-20s. It's a great platform for an 18-year-old to step up and have a go.
Some of them, it doesn't take long either, does it? Like no. They were here last year, they're playing for Wales next year. Like that's just how, you know, that's how it works. So it does show how key Cardiff RFC is for players, and when boys do come here, it has to mean something to them, because that is their way to make it to the next level.
And, you know, as for them, if you go through the pathway, it's your club, as it were, really, or your region, so, you know, you feel a lot of pride for playing for that jersey. Yeah,
like, especially for me, coming, I suppose, from the Ospreys, like, I saw this as the dark side, I suppose, but, you know, Cardiff welcomed me in 5 years ago, and I've never wanted to play anywhere else, just because of the way the club is, the atmosphere, the history it's got here. Like, I've never wanted to leave, so, you know, it's changed my thoughts on it, you know, a bit, and I think I'm trying to put that across to the boys now. Like, there's a huge chance of you making it as a professional rugby player if you can perform for Cardiff RFC.
Well, boys, I hope it goes well in the next block, and we'll hopefully have a chat when that finishes, and hopefully, as you said in the club, we'll see a lot of youngsters giving it a go, and hopefully get that final match.
Thank you.